Hey guys, Strutter here. It's the 19th of November 2018, and this is going to be a Bitcoin commentary video. And as you know, I've been doing Bitcoin commentary and discussions about price and chart analysis for many years. In fact, since Bitcoin first appeared on the scene in 2011. Davinci J15, another YouTuber, introduced me to it at first. He said, I'm a programmer and I'm looking at this stuff and I think it's legit. And I was interested in Bitcoin at first, for sure, and I introduced a lot of people to Bitcoin through this channel in 2011, but it was at first from a sort of a parody perspective, or I was looking at it from a, how does this, what kind of intrinsic value does Bitcoin have, and other questions like that, which are good questions. But once I started to answer those questions for myself, I realized Bitcoin is a currency, and it's not a money. It's not supposed to have intrinsic value. And of course, you can say it does have intrinsic value in the code and such, but so Davinci J15, luckily for him, and luckily for us all, I guess, he was able to see that early, and he invested early as well. I think he remortgaged his house, or he moved a lot of his silver into Bitcoin, I think, at just the right time, and Davinci did really well in Bitcoin. If he's watching from down there in Chile, hey, I hope you're doing good. Haven't heard from you on the phone. My number is different now, but you can always email me or just comment here and we'll get hooked up again if you want. But, he and I were friends and have been friends for a long time, and Bitcoin was part of that. We both saw Bitcoin at the beginning, and the difference between us was that he was able to see the code and he could verify that for himself, and before long he was saying, this is good, I want everyone to invest, and by then I turned very positive on Bitcoin. And looking back on my coverage of Bitcoin over the past 7+ years, it has been very overwhelmingly positive, except for the very first few times, which was sort of from a parody perspective. I think I did a Bitcoin porn video where I showed basically nothing and said, look, here's some Bitcoin. Stupid stuff like that, but it did have a purpose, and I think it did teach me very quickly what Bitcoin really is and what cryptos are and what blockchain is. That's a whole other topic there. But it opened my eyes to new things for sure back in 2011, and I hope, and I think, I believe, and I'm told that I have helped a lot of other people learn about Bitcoin and cryptos and money and currency and the difference between all these things and what value is. But as you can see on this video here, maybe you can't see, I'm not sure, it says 19 thumbs up and 8 thumbs down. I don't get a lot of videos that are that negative reaction usually. I only get, maybe if I have 19, I might get 1 or 2 thumbs down. So 19 and 8 is pretty bad, and I'll show you in a minute why this video was so disliked. It's because it was making a Bitcoin prediction that people didn't want to hear and didn't think was possible. But as you see on the chart today in Bitcoin, Bitcoin is down below $4,700. So what I said back here, which was Bitcoin returning to $4,000 US, has now happened. So I want to play that prediction here on the video so that you can hear it. I don't know if anyone really saw this video. I think it's been seen by 200 people or something. It was one of my least seen videos. A lot of my stuff lately just does not get seen no matter what I try and do. It just will not get seen. But as anyone who's been watching this channel from the start knows, I've been predicting basically the Bitcoin price accurately for the past 7 years, almost without a break. I've even been able to call exact times and exact price levels, which I don't think anyone else has been able to do as consistently as I have, or going back to 2011 like I have. My price predictions have been, far surpassed Davinci's price predictions. He's only made a few, and only one of them was right out of the few he made. And luckily he bet big on that one, but I am actually the YouTuber, as far as I know, who has made the most and the most correct predictions about Bitcoin price that there is, or maybe even online anywhere. Not saying that to boast, I'm saying that to bring up the point, how is it that I only get 200 views on a video? how does no one not notice that this has been happening over and over and over and over and over and over again, to the point where I can say, hey, you want me to predict the Bitcoin price and the date? Okay, and I will, and it will come true, and I can make a video saying it came true, and still nothing happens. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, I'll play this video for you. It wasn't one of my best ones about it, but it is relating to the recent price action, so I'm going to show this one to you. I'll just turn it up a bit here.
Steemit, which I've mentioned before, is where I've been doing most of my activism, and where you can see these plants growing in great detail and learn more about it if you're interested. I don't put it on YouTube because they just...
Those plants are gone now. Well, some of the bud remains.
Censor it. But I'll put the link down below, my Steemit account. Make sure you follow me on there if you have an account. If you don't have an account, you can watch along, bookmark the page or whatever, and return to it. You don't have to have an account to view. I do videos, I do blog posts, and recently I was talking about Bitcoin. And I was saying that I have been saying since Bitcoin hit $20,000 and started to come down, I said it looks like it's going to come down to 4,000. And recently it went up to 8,500, and a bunch of people said, oh my goodness, here we go to the moon. And I said, no, it has not gone down to 4,000 yet. It's still completing a pattern. And if you click on the link down below to go to my Steemit post on this, it shows you very clearly what part of the pattern, and you can see the different chart features, different ups, downs, points, and different parts where it crosses over moving averages and everything. It's very identical to the 2014 Bitcoin and cryptocurrency crash. It's doing the exact same pattern. It's just going through it about 50%, maybe 40% faster than it did before, but other than that, it's the exact same pattern. And there's all the same chart features, but we just haven't had that final crash down to about 4,000. I think it would be, maybe 5,000, maybe high 3,000s, whatever, but it's not going to stay there for very long. It's probably going to return to 5,000 very quickly, and then sort of consolidate 5,000 or 6,000 for months probably before it really starts to recover in 2019.
Did you get that? That's my prediction, and I'm going to stick with that. That's my prediction from August 3rd. Actually, I've been predicting this actually a lot longer than that, but anyways, this is from my video from August 3rd. I'm going to stick with that. I'll play it one more time so you can hear what my exact prediction is for the next year or two.
Maybe, 5,000, maybe high 3,000s, whatever, but it's not going to stay there for very long. It's probably going to return to 5,000 very quickly, and then sort of consolidate 5,000 or 6,000 for months probably before it really starts to recover in 2019. Yeah. And I think 2020 is going to be really the big
or later in 2019. Hard to say exactly.
Go to new all-time highs and make big headlines in the world again and get accepted in another larger wave of hedge funds and brought into the broader economy even more than they have been before. So that's just what I see happening.
And that's still what I see happening. So, stay tuned to this channel. Keep me honest. If it's wrong, let me know. But, I have been doing these videos, and I don't delete the wrong ones or anything like that. It's not trickery, and I've got enough street cred around here that people can vouch that this channel hasn't, it's not a manipulation tactic or some shit. I have been talking about Bitcoin for more than 7 years, and I have been essentially right even about numbers and dates and time frames, almost perfectly. I can hardly even think of a time that I've been drastically wrong about Bitcoin, and it's that's something that can't be said about my silver predictions and so forth. So that's why the video is titled "Everything I Say About Bitcoin Comes True." I'm not, that's not fantastical, that's just a true statement. I don't know why it is, but so far that statement is true. And I guess we'll see if it continues on. And as you know, this is not financial advice or relationship advice or cooking advice or any kind of advice. This is just what I believe is going to happen, and it's a starting point for your own research. If you think that you might want to invest in Bitcoin and cryptos at these lower levels, give it a look. But, you know, don't do anything based on what you read or see or hear in one person's video or opinion or blog. And remember, all those links are down below to Steemit and whatever else. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.